Hey guys, Millrick77. Got back late last night from Pisser's party. Thank you, Pisser. Had a good time. It's a nice little shindig you had going there. Food was good. Company was good. I had a good time, and thank you. It was nice to see VW Darren out there and a couple of the other guys. Had a really good time. But I got a job here. We're gonna attack today. Gotta get this done. It's a little job. Just a little bit of rust right on the bottom of the door there, if you can see it. I can't see. There we go. A little bit of rust there. A little bit of rust next to it, just in the bottom edge of the door there. Right there and there. And there's a little rust bubble right here. And over here on the driver's door. Nope. There's the rear driver's door. A little bit of surface rust right on the edge there. That's it. And this lady wants to nip it in the butt before it gets any worse. So that's what we're gonna do. This is when you want to catch it. You want to catch it when it's nice and tiny like that, so it doesn't end up like this. So what I got here going on now is I went over to Tractor Supply and I got me some of that black diamond shit, and I got my good old Harbor Freight sandblaster, the hopper bucket style, and I'm gonna pull that Buick up right here. I'm gonna put on my hoodie and tie the hood really tight with some safety glasses and put some gloves on, and I'm gonna blast the shit out of that rust. And then I'm gonna hit it with some etch primer. Not spray bomb etch primer. Nope. I got good stuff. Good old shop line. Comes in a plastic jug, so you know it's the fucking good deal shit. And yep. The only thing about Shopline's etch primer is it's a transparent primer. So you don't got that chalky film or nothing, it's just transparent. Still has the acid, comes in a plastic bottle. Good stuff, good stuff. So I'm gonna sandblast that fucking thing. And I'll bring you guys back. Maybe I'll set you up on the tripod for this blasting. Okay guys, so there's some rust there that I'm going to be sandblasting. Got my sandblaster all hooked up. I got some masking tape on the rocker panel because I don't want to get nothing on it. And let's get this bad boy done. Bye bye rust. See what we got going on the inside. Yeah, we got most of it. Let's get a little bit more of that edge there. Yep. So there you go. As you can see, if my camera was in focus, there we go. Come on, baby. We have no more rust. It's down to the bare metal. Yeah. So I'm probably going to feather back that paint with some 180 or something, and then I'm going to etch it and go from there. I guess I could probably hit this little spot here on the quarter panel where the paint's bubbling. Try to get you guys set up for that. Focus. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Where's the hop? Found some Bondo. With the Harbor Freight sandblaster thing here, once in a while you got to give the hopper a shake to get the sand back in it. Okay. So now we got that spot taken care of. Not sure why there was Bondo there. They're probably just covering up the rust. But as you can see, there's a hole. Look at that. There's a fucking hole there. So, yeah. Maybe we can fill that up with the MIG welder or something. And we're gonna rust treat all this with the SEM rust mort and some Scotch-Brite, and we're gonna rub that bitch in there and let her sit, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna hit it with the etch primer, and then we're gonna go from there. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna uncover, but at least the rust is gone, so that's good. Let me get that little spot on the other side, and I'll bring you back. Okay guys, so I got my MIG welder out and I welded up that little hole. Now I gotta grind that bitch smooth and we'll be ready to go. But you know, seen a couple videos, some bitch. I've seen a couple of videos of some people's welding carts and time machine. You don't got the Cadillac of welding carts. You got the motherfucking Mercedes of fucking welding carts. Are you joking? So I figured I'd show everybody my fucking welding cart. You guys should get a kick out of this. I made it myself. But my welding cart's made of wood. So I could be welding and this bitch could go up in flames. Yeah. The leads are long enough to keep the welding cart away from your fucking work. Well, that's my welding cart. 2x4s. Yep. 2x4s and 3/4 inch plywood. And some old wheels off of a microwave cart or something. They're just plastic casters. Nothing special. It's a bitch to move around sometimes. And I just drilled a bunch of holes around with a spade bit. And pounded it out with a hammer so my tank would fit down in there. And I got her propped up on a couple of bricks so she can poke up just enough there so I can access the valve. And yeah, that's my welding cart. Nothing fancy about this one at all. Just a table on wheels with a hole in it for the tank, and it serves its purpose. I generally don't even move it out of this corner. I mean, I don't wheel it all over the shop. If I gotta weld something, I pull it in on this side, you know what I mean? And if it was on the other side, I would have backed the car in. So I don't really wheel my welder all over the place, but I figured I'd just share that with you guys. Everyone's building really nice welding carts, and just figured I'd show you mine. But whatever works, works. But I'm gonna get back in this car, grind my weld smooth, hit it with this this shit. I don't really like it, but maybe it'll work better. Sandblasting all the rust out of the pits instead of just using the wire wheel and the grinder and then using this. But yeah, whatnot. You know. Yeah, sure. But yeah, so I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, so I decided against using this rust mort. I don't know, I hate this shit. When you read the directions, alright, it says 1. Remove loose scale and excess rust with a wire brush. Leave enough rust for the conversion process. Do not use on bare sandblasted metal. Should only be applied to rusted ferrous metal surfaces. Okay, so don't remove the rust, just leave it there. Apply 3 to 4 thin coats by a brush and allow final coat to dry for 24 hours. I'm not waiting 24 hours, that's ridiculous. And then it says to wipe it down with water and make sure the surfaces are dry. And that's it, that's all it says. So really, and it smells like vinegar water. It doesn't smell like no acid to me, I don't know. It's I don't understand it. You're supposed to leave the rust on the fucking metal. So I'm just going to sandblast it and I'm going to hit it with my etch. And I got all the rust out with the sandblaster, and the etch is going to etch itself down into the metal and protect it, and then it's going to be getting some epoxy primer over top of that. And then it's going to get, probably, especially where that bonder was in that rocker, it's got to get another little film of at least glazing putty before I apply my paint. But I think the sandblasting, the etch primer, and the epoxy primer is going to seal that pretty damn well. And the sandblasting got all the rust out. I don't like this stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just dump it on your rust and it won't come back. I've had it come back before, following those directions to a T. And I'm not trying to put it on my bare sandblasted metal if it says not to, because I don't want that shit down in the pores of the steel. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. And let me get some 180 on here and feather this out so I can hit it with etch real quick. Okay guys, so I keep going back and looking I've been looking at the tech sheets and stuff, and I keep going back and changing my plan of attack and what I'm going to do to this thing. Rustmore out of the picture, you guys already know that. Alright? Now I'm going to hit it with this etch primer, okay? And it's for properly prepared bare metal steels, sandblasted metals, blah blah blah, excellent adhesion, corrosion protection on galvanized aluminum and steel. Not recommended for over Bondo or over paint, blah 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 blah. But I wanted to top coat this, alright, you can top coat it 15 minutes after you spray it with primer. I wanted to top coat this with fucking epoxy primer. I wanted to hit it with epoxy, that way I had double the protection, alright, my epoxy primer. But when you look in the PPG website on the tech sheets, it tells you to only top coat the etch primer with your 2K fill primer. The 202, the 202R, the 203, 285, 233, blah blah blah. They do not recommend any of their epoxy primers to be top coated on top of their etch primer. So, in that case, I am going to hit it with etch primer, and then I'm going to hit it with my primer surfacer. I believe that is going to be my plan of attack. I think. I might hit it with the etch, and then put my little bit of filler on there, and then hit it with the primer surfacer. Because I'd rather do my bodywork on top of epoxy primer than do my bodywork on top of 2K primer surfacer. So I'm going to hit it with the etch, and let the etch dry. And then I'm probably going to hit it with some 80 grit really quick, put my body filler on it, hit it with my 2K primer, let it dry, block out my primer, and top coat it. I think that's my plan of attack considering what the tech sheets are suggesting me to do with their products. So that's my plan of attack. Etch prime it, let it dry, hit it real quick, a little light, put a little scratch in it with some 80 grit, because the etch should have already etched itself into the metal, you know what I mean? So I'll just hit it with a little bit of 80 grit and do my body work over top of that and be done with it. So that's what I'm doing. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, what's up? I got that Buick and primer. I just walked out to my mailbox. Oh yeah? I got a sticker from Terry over there. WTBM 123. That's a nice sticker, man. That's one of a kind right there. You can't reduplicate that thing. That's nice. And I got a sticker here from Tim's Beetle. Royal Mail. Loving the stickers, guys. Loving the stickers. This one had to travel pretty far, huh? I like it. Looking good. I am running out of room though, unless people start making little stickers. But I'm running out of room on the cabinet. I'm gonna fill up the whole thing. I'm gonna fill up the sides and everything because I can, and it'll look pretty sweet. I'll get the whole sides filled up, the front filled up, and see, I got room for a couple over here still. I'd kind of like to put one there, and maybe one underneath Dan Electro there, right next to the fin painter. And so I got room. Keep them coming. I'm still waiting to get that second order. I'm waiting for the cash flow, if you guys know what I mean. But I'll show you this Buick real quick. I got her in primer. I'll give you a peekaboo. I got the bottom corner of that door. There was a little edge, but I feathered it back out, and then I primed over top of my sand scratches. And then on this side I got the same thing done. I got the edges of the doors done, and that bubble turned into, down to there, there's a couple other little rust spots I had to sand out really quick and hit them, and you open up a little spot and you end up having to go farther. There's a couple other spots on the rock or further down that I didn't see when she dropped it off, or when she came for me to give her an estimate. So all we had talked about was the doors and that little rust bubble, but once I jacked it up and got underneath that thing, I saw some more on that rocker. So I had to point that out to her when she comes and picks up her vehicle and see if she wants to do anything with that. Plus I'll show you guys later when it's not so bright over there, the whole driver's side above the pinstripe, pinstripe up is all faded. It's all sun faded, as well as the front bumper, and the front bumper's got a whole bunch of big chips in it. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that job to do those two, or we'll see how it goes. But I got what I said I was gonna do in primer and then a little some, so she's got to be good with that because that's what we agreed upon. But yeah guys, so yeah, I'm gonna let that thing sit out in the sun and bake that primer a little bit, and then I'm gonna get to blocking on it, and I'm gonna try to get her in paint and done tonight. So tomorrow I'll just have to give it a little sanded and a buffing, and give it back to her Wednesday, because she needs it back Wednesday. She dropped it off while she was on vacation. She gets back Wednesday evening, and that's when the car needs to be done by. So trying to get her done tonight. That way I got tomorrow to buff it and Wednesday to wash it, and to you know, give me a cushion day. So alright guys, I'll turn you on probably after it's painted. Hey guys, so I ran into a bit of a problem here on this Buick. Fucking piece of shit. I got my primer all blocked down. I got her masked off. I didn't put plastic on it yet, but I got her masked off, you know, to do the rockers and the shit. But my buddy came over, and he brought paint with him, and we went and checked the paint code. It's in the trunk, you know, right here. We were looking at it, blah 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 blah, 14B. Okay, got some 14B mixed up, came out here, that's 14B. It's like a pewter gray charcoal color. The car is blue. Okay. Came to the assumption that this trunk has been replaced. There's body work in both quarter panels. So I'm pretty sure this car was rear-ended at one time in its life. It's hard to tell. Try to turn the light on. But if you look at the inside of the trunk, guess what color it is? Yeah, 14B. Son of a bitch. You can see where they just blew in their edges around here. They never put the fucking right stickers back on the car. So I took off the driver's side mirror, and my buddy's going to be going to work tomorrow, and he's going to look up on their computer system what color is actually on this fucking car, and we're going to take it from there over again. But this just is definitely not the right color at all. I mean, no, nope. So I don't know, kind of pissed me off. Really was hoping this thing would get in paint today, because I just want to get it the fuck out of here and be done with it. But on the other hand, I got a Another thank you to make with a mail call. If I can get this stand to work. Come on, baby. There we go. See if I can set you guys up here. Yep, shaky cam, deal with it. Because that's what you're getting. It is what it is, what it's going to be tomorrow. So, got you facing the right way now. Up, uppity, up, and up, and up. I don't even know where the hell I'm going to put this thing. I really don't know. I want to say thank you to the old dude. Oh yeah, I got one of the license plate stickers from the old dude. I enjoy watching his videos. I'm running out of room. That's for sure. I think the old dude is going to be the first one to go onto the side of the cabinet. That's what I think. See if we can get you guys over here. The old dude will be the first one on the side of the cabinet. Oh. See if I can get him semi-straight. There we go. Old dude made it. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that one. Yes, I do. Cabinet's pretty full. Looking good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, yep. So that's the dilemma there on the Buick. And here, I'll show you where it's all faded. I didn't show you guys yet. It's faded on the top of the fender, above the body, you know, the pinstripe, all the way up the A-pillar, all the way along the roof, all the way back down the quarter panel. Only above the body line. The down below the body line is fine. Across both the doors and over. So, you know someone's fucked with this. The hood's been repainted. Both rear quarters have been repainted. The trunk has been replaced. The front bumper is just peely as shit as well. And, yeah. So, whatever. I'll get the paint tomorrow and everything will be good. Neil buddy, Dan Electro, cheers. Got my Matrix cup koozie, my beer koozie from Darren yesterday at Pisser's party. And that's what's up, guys. So we'll see if we get the right paint tomorrow. And hopefully it should be painted. So until then, fucking see you guys later.